Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook Y'all. We're back with a fun new experiment. I've got a homemade banana bread recipe for you guys, and we tried it two ways, the Instant Pot versus the air fryer. I've got some very overripe bananas, and so I was going to make banana bread, but rather using the same recipe that I've used for a long time, which is on our website, and I can leave a link to that. It's my sister Gail's recipe. It uses Bisquick. I've also got another one that I've used through the years that originally, sorry about the glare, that originally came from the Cooking Light website, and I can leave a link or type that one up as well. It uses pantry ingredients like flour, sugar, softened butter, baking soda, eggs, vanilla, salt. It uses plain or vanilla yogurt, which I don't have, so I'm going to substitute sour cream, and of course bananas. I'm going to get all weird. I've dug some of the chips that I've got, little ends of bags in my freezer, and I'm going to try some different ones with cinnamon chips, peanut butter chips, and dark chocolate chips. And rather than baking it in the oven, I'm going to get all weird and wonky and try a couple of new things. I've got this new egg bite mold and the sling that my sister gave me at Christmas. So I'm going to do one as banana bread bites in the Instant Pot. And then I have not really tried to bake in my air fryer. So I've got 2 or 3 of these little mini metal pans. If I was giving this as a gift, I would use a disposable pan. It looks like I can only get one in my 5-quart air fryer. So since I do own these little mini pans, I'm going to fit 2 of those in there. And so we will compare the taste and the texture of things in the Instant Pot versus the air fryer with just one of my regular banana bread recipes. So let the experimenting begin. In a separate bowl, I'm going to whisk together the dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to go ahead and mix up my wet ingredients. In a separate bowl, I'm going to cream 1 cup of sugar with a 1/2 stick of softened butter. I'm going to do that for about a minute and a half. Then I'll add my eggs one at a time, and after they're incorporated, I'll add the bananas, the vanilla, and the yogurt, or in my case, the sour cream. Add the flour a little bit at a time to the wet mixture until it's all mixed together. I have a lot going on here. I've got the batter that I mixed up. I'm going to fill the egg bite molds. I put a different variety of chips in the bottom of each one. I'm going to fill them about halfway and cover the mold loosely with aluminum foil and cook these in my Instant Pot for about 14 minutes on high pressure. I am following a recipe from the website Simply Happy Foodie. I did not use her recipe. I used one of my own, which she may have modified it for the Instant Pot. That's what experimenting is all about. I'll find out, but I'll leave a link to that recipe. After I fill this mold and get them going, I'm going to take my 2 metal molds and put some chips and batter in them and try them in the air fryer. And I'll have to see if there's batter left. If there is, I may fill what I can in this little mini bundt and try it in the Instant Pot after the silicone banana bread bites cook for 14 minutes. Since my chips were on the bottom, I'm going to take a little spatula and try to mix them in and get this going for 14 minutes. I'm going to give the mini loaves a try in the air fryer at 325, and I'm going to check them at about 20 or 25 minutes and use the toothpick test and see how they're doing. And my air fryer doesn't do 5 degree increments, so I can do 320 or 330. I'm going to start at 330 for 20 minutes and see how they're doing. The little mini loaves in my air fryer went 20 minutes at 330, and I do believe they are done. They're going to be more like a traditional oven baked one. Tim and I have tasted both the little banana bread bites that came out of the silicone molds in the Instant Pot. As expected, they are denser and moister, a lot denser. The ones that came out of the little metal mini loaf pans in the air fryer are much more like a traditional banana bread that you bake in the oven, which I expected. We did like both of them. The only thing is I did not get the chips mixed up good in the little silicone molds. That was execution on my part, so they ended up on top. These did taste good, and we would both eat them again from the Instant Pot, but obviously this one is more like baking it in the oven. You just can't get a full-size loaf in the kind of air fryer I have, the basket style. You might could in an air fryer oven with a rack, but it was a fun experiment. Used up my bananas, got to try something new. Thanks so much for stopping by our channel. Let's cook, y'all. Have a wonderful and blessed day, y'all.